Ladies and gentlemen, you've caught me again. It's me, Carol Lee, and I'm welcoming you to my first ever show, 5 Minutes In, where I spend 5 minutes in an actor. Oh, and tonight, for my first guest, we always remember our first time, don't we? It is Orlando's darling, Tim Williams, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my goodness. Tim, it is lovely to see your face.
It's lovely to see yours. You're gorgeous.
Thank you. I know. If I have one more facelift when I smile, my legs will go up.
How do you do that?
How do I turn on men with a single touch of the breast? That's a conversation for later. However, Tim Williams, we've only got 5 minutes for me to be in you, and I've been waiting years to be in you. And I want you to know how the show goes. It's going to be just pounding and penetrating. We want to get to know you. I invite the audience to come inside you as well. So, my first thing for you is, why did you decide on Tim Williams?
It's a bad stage name. I figured if I picked a really bad stage name, it would stick out.
I feel like I was hoping for more from that, because I thought maybe it was like your name was like Moishel, like Finkelstein or something, and somebody said you need to be more waspy. You need to be Tim Williams, because there's not another wasp. Like if I were writing a script and it said waspy character, I would name it Tim Williams.
There's only there's only one more common name in the world than that, and that's John Smith.
I do know a lot of Johns. I do. But I'm wondering what it feels like, Tim Williams, because you're my first guest, and we always remember our first.
I'm up for anything. That's how it feels.
Don't say that on a Zoom that I'm recording.
I'm ready for this. I've been promised that everybody will be in me. I'm waiting.
This is why you're Orlando's darling. Because what is it like? My first question for you is, what is it like to be Orlando's darling? Like, you're the Tom Hanks of Orlando, for God's sake. And I don't know how. You only do Shakespeare.
I think I do. I do more than Shakespeare, I guess. Then I'm the what's his name? I'm the Patrick Stewart of Orlando. Yeah. Maybe not the Tom Hanks.
I met Patrick Stewart once. It was it was a quick meeting at a Comic-Con, and I'm not going to tell you what I was dressed as, but people thought I should have been Jabba the Hutt. Now, here's something I'd like to know about you, Tim Williams, and I'm going to tell you I don't need these. These are for comedy. These are just part of the bit.
All right.
But I've done my research on you. I mean, like I said, you're Orlando's premier actor. We still didn't really get what it's like to be Orlando's premier actor, because when people think of Orlando, they immediately think of things like medieval times, the town of dinner theater. So I don't want people to think you're...
Capone's.
Thank you.
Remember Capone's?
Oh, I remember Capone's. Do I remember Capone's? Now, here's my question for you. As an actor, what bit ya?
The rush when you come off stage, the rush when you're on stage.
I like the rush when you come on stage. Now, my question for you is, what show was it? How old was little Tim Williams? What were you seeing? What were you doing when little Tim said, I'm going to be an actor?
I was an ass. Literally, I was a donkey in Pinocchio, and I was Pinocchio's understudy, but I never went on. Never went on. But that was the first show, playing an ass. I think I was 11, 10 or 11.
Okay, well, that just got weird. Now, whatever happened to Pinocchio?
Oh, I don't, maybe he's a lawyer. He could, I don't, actually, he ended up can I do a shout out? Can I mention his name?
He ain't gonna watch.
Rob Sandberg. His name was Rob Sandberg, and I think he worked for Universal for a while. I don't exactly know what he's doing right now. We should look on the Facebook.
Ugh,
But yeah, Rob. He was Pinocchio.
Ugh.
This was in Theater Winter Haven. Remember Theater Winter Haven? That's where I got my start. That's where the bug bit me.
In Winter Haven, Florida. I've been bitten by several things in Winter Haven, Florida, Tim. I'm not gonna lie. Now, here's something for you, because the last time I saw you in person was a full-on reading of A Christmas Carol.
Yes.
The full Charles Dickens, paid by the word novel,
yes.
A Christmas Carol. Tim Williams decided to read it from cover to cover last time I saw you. So this leads to my question.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in something that you knew was awful?
I have. And you start you get that good buzz I was telling you about, that lovely rush starts to turn into fear and dread. You know, it starts to become a bad anxiety.
I mean, I've been in table reads where I thought, how do I get out of this? You know what I mean? Now,
no, it was great. It was great. I actually had a really good time doing it, but it wore me out. It was one of those where you get halfway through and think, God, this is, I think I've bitten off more than I can chew. But you got to just keep going. You just keep going.
You got to do it. People are going to pay to see it because it's you. I paid to see you in something awful just because I remembered you were wearing tights the entire show. Now, this is the part where I like to say, what was that awful show that you were in? It was something about Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, gosh. I've been in a couple of Sherlock Holmes. I don't.
This is the part of the show, Tim Williams, I like to call Sophie's Choice.
Oh,
I'm going to give you two things. You just tell me, without even thinking, which one you get it.
Okay.
First question, and this is more just for me, boxers or briefs?
Boxers. How about boxer briefs? Those are actually my favorite. And if I don't have boxer briefs, then boxers.
Okay, because just basically I was asking that to find out what to send you for Christmas. So, done.
Boxer briefs.
Next question, musical or plays?
Oh, plays, but I do love musicals. Oh, I love musicals so much. But yeah, I would rather, oh, you know what? I would rather be in a play. I would rather direct a musical.
Oh my goodness!
And if I'm going to spend $150 at the theater, then I want to see a musical.
Don't get me started on what I paid to see Betty Buckley in Hello, Dolly. All right.
Oh, what was that like?
Question.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to say. There's legal things.
The gag order. I get it.
I haven't had a gag order since 1978. You're cute.
Yeah.
Vinyl or digital?
Well, digital. I would say digital. But I do love vinyl, but I do love vinyl, but digital.
But come on, these weirdos that constantly tell you, listen to this on vinyl.
Right. Listen, yeah, there's a nostalgia to it, and people will argue, the audiophile will argue that you're listening to things that just can't be approximated digitally. But I'll tell you something, some of that crackling and the it's nostalgic. It's too nostalgic for me. I want to hear crystal clear sound.
Thank you. I want to feel like I'm there.
Right.
Mary or Rhoda?
Mary or Rhoda? Oh, geez. Wait a minute. Which one was Rhoda?
Valerie Harper.
Oh, Rhoda.
Always choosing the funny one. And this is why we love Tim Williams. Last question for you.
I had a crush on Valerie Harper. I had a crush on Valerie Harper when I was 12?
Oh.
Yeah, 11, 12.
I'm not allowed to say much about Valerie Harper because they wanted me to be. I was up for replacing her when she left her show, Valerie, but they ended up giving it to Sandy Duncan, who
Oh,
I'm not a fan.
no,
Last question.
you don't like the best Peter Pan ever?
How dare you?
No, you're a Mary Martin kind of girl.
I'm a Kathy Rigby person like everybody that has a brain.
Okay.
Last question to you. Jesus or Noah?
Noah.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Who would have
Yeah.
who would be more fun at parties than the guy that built a boat and got two animals of everything?
Noah.
Come on.
Yeah, man.
Honestly.
Totally.
My last question for you, because you and I both know we are very, very nostalgic, if that's a word.
Mm-hmm.
What was the first VHS tape that Tim Williams ever rented?
It was not VHS, it was Betamax. Does that count? Okay, so I would say Betamax would be, oh, you're gonna love this. Betamax would be Raiders of the Lost Ark, and VHS would be Tron. Disney's Tron.
What perfect answers from a straight man from Lakeland, Florida.
Oh, Gen X, Polk County, Florida.
Now, my last question, you've seen the Actors Studio. You know how they go through all of these wonderful questions and people just say their answers. But I just have one. Tim Williams, if heaven exists, what will St. Peter want to talk to you about before he opens the gates and lets you in?
Oh, he's going to want to know why I insisted most of my life on kind of giving myself a hard time and just not loving myself as much as the people around me seem to love me. It's a bad habit. It's a really bad habit. And I think St. Peter would, seriously, I think St. Peter would talk to me about that. It's like, yeah, enough with the self-consciousness and the self-hate, dude. People like you. You'd probably be better off if you trusted that.
Oh, I was so hoping for my first show to end on a funny upper note. Like maybe St. Peter would want to talk to you about that time in the men's room back in Salt Lake City in 1989. You know, something. Like I know St. Peter would want to talk to me about that night I spent with Dom DeLuise and Jim Neighbors back in 1982 at the premiere of Cannonball Run 2.
Wow.
Now, finally, before I let you go,
that was probably the first VHS tape. I'm sorry. What?
Say it again.
I was going to say that was probably the first VHS tape I rented.
It happens. No, just to leave it on an up note, Tim Williams.
Cut all that out. You could just edit all that out.
Oh, I'll work it. Tim Williams, yeah. I'm really hoping for an upper, but let's, Tim Williams, I've been in you for 5 minutes. Almost 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to let you plug me. This is your chance to tell everybody what's going on, where we can find Tim Williams, the what did you say? The Stubby K of Orlando? What was it?
No, it was Patrick Stewart.
Oh, the Patrick Stewart of Orlando.
Well, cool.
Where can we find? Plug me, Tim. Plug me.
Speaking of that, Patrick Stewart and all, we're doing Shakespeare, the Hamlet edition, and that's going to be on Facebook Live on the Orlando Shake site. It's really a lot of fun. It's a drinking game. So if you're into drinking games, and a drinking game that you could do while you're quarantined or staying at home or just chilling out, yeah, it's a drinking game where we do Hamlet in 45 minutes.
Oh, can I get that in writing?
It's not Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. We're not gonna keep you occupied for 3 hours. No, we're in, we're out. You're very familiar with that. In 45 minutes, and it's a drinking game. we have drinking rules, you know, where and when you drink, and it's fun.
Well, that does sound fun, actually, because the only way to get through a Shakespeare play I have found is completely fucking hammered.
Hammered.
So, Tim Williams.
It's at 6 o'clock, by the way, Friday.
And I will put a link to it if you'll send it to me in my comments. You don't know how many links have been in my comments.
Oh, boy.
Tim Williams, this has been lovely. You are beautiful. And
thank you.
I can't wait until I can see you again.
Oh, when's that going to be?
Oh, this is when we stop talking. Did that sound like believable? Like I can't believe when I see you again?
No, I understand.